Hey, good morning. Cheers to an awesome Wednesday. I have some coffee with some awesome oat milk creamer, which is delicious and a perfect way to start this snowy day that we have. It didn't snow until January, and it just apparently isn't going to stop, which we love. So I just wanted to pop on here and talk about our new beginning of a 75 hard and why there's a new beginning. So we got to 45 days of the 75 hard, and my husband and I recognized that we were no longer going all out. We were phoning in some of the indoor workouts, and for me, it was just having too much stress around me, too many cleaning tasks to do, too much stuff, too much everything. So we decided to take a pause. Now this pause is from Sunday to Sunday. So today is Wednesday. We have just chosen to take this pause to take care of our stuff. So I am working on minimalizing bedrooms, minimalizing all of the things that we quote unquote need for later, and just donating, getting rid of it, and just really working on finding a better balance so that I'm not having to choose between the hour and a half total workouts and, oh gosh, this needs clean, lunches need made, dinner needs made, I still have a plan to write for my job, and there's just too much stuff and not enough me, not enough brain power, not enough of me without getting burnt out. So 45 days in, and instead of just continuing to limp along, we have decided that we owe it to ourselves and our kids and anybody else that wants to do this journey with us. We owe it to all of us to just take a pause, take care of our stuff, and start over. So if you have been considering the 75 hard challenge, we are restarting on Monday, hand is shaking, on Monday, February 24th. So that is 75 days, 1 gallon of water a day. I think there's a few discrepancies in some research I did. Some say different amounts of water, but it seems to be pretty close to that. So we do 1 gallon for me, that's 3 of my water bottles. And I still have 4 extra ounces in there because they're big. And so we're able to just track it that way, make things streamlined, make things simple, not having to find a bunch of different apps to track everything on 3 water bottles. Simple, done. The other rules are absolutely no alcohol during the 75 hard challenge. You need to do 1 45-minute outdoor exercise. For us, that's usually a walk. And doing some research, I knew that walking was good for you, but I didn't realize how good it was just to walk, which is awesome. So outdoor exercise, and then 45 minutes indoor exercise. You must read 10 pages of a book each day. The idea is that it's some type of book that will promote growth. Not really fiction books, but nonfiction, personal growth. The book I'm reading right now is by Mark Lucado, and it's He Chose the Nails. So it's a Christian book, and I love it. It's fantastic. And this is my 3rd book. I got through 2 and a little bit of a book during the 45 days. And I have a few books in line that I'm happy to share as we continue this journey together. Let's see. Oh, and you must choose one diet plan and stick to it for the 75 days. So if you're somebody that's like, hey, I know that I do really well with paleo, or I do really well on whatever diet plan, choose one and stick with it with no cheating. For us, I am in a season where I'm not super stoked to be cooking a lot of extravagant meals, and I don't want to be tied down to we can only have this or we can't have that, or we need to go low carb or low this or high this, or it's just too much for me to handle. And so awareness is key. So when you choose something, make sure you're really thinking about what what's actually doable for the long term, because all of these amazing things that we're doing during the 75 hard, the idea is that you will take it with you after the 75 hard. I totally feel it's been 3 days and I totally feel like we are slacking big time because we're so used to doing so much exercise. We're still working on trying to exercise, but I'm just focusing on getting things around my house ready for, I guess, for less attention, less clutter, less toys, just less, because less a lot of times is more. So for me, less things around here means more intentional time with my family, or more intentional time to exercise and do that HIIT workout. I love the workouts with Grow with Joe. They're simple and you get your heart rate up. I also do a lot of the HIIT workouts, but I hurt my knee pretty good, and so I had to kind of take a break. So things without jumping and things like that. And actually, the 3 days that we haven't been doing the intense two exercises each day, I think my knee's finally healing. So that's an awesome side note. 75 hard, I mean, we're going to do intermittent fasting because that just makes the most sense for us. It makes the most sense because it doesn't cut off any specific things. If I'm tired or the kids want certain things for dinner, and we're not tying ourselves off from certain things, and that's just where we're at. If that's not where you're at, I mean, choose something that works better for your family. We were doing the intermittent fasting before, and all of a sudden I quit drinking coffee. And for a while, coffee was life. And so I was really surprised at that. But doing the fasting, I couldn't have anything but black coffee in the morning. And I hate black coffee. It's disgusting. So I'm totally taking advantage of the good coffee during this pause of ours. So I just invite you to have some grace for yourself, just like we've shown ourselves grace, because something wasn't working. And when we realized, oh my gosh, the last couple of weeks have just been phone-ins and not 100%. And we want to come out with this challenge better. And so this was a better choice for us. So please tell me if you plan to think about it, if you have any questions. I mean, we were 45 days in and baby, we're starting over. So February 24th, we are starting at day 1. It goes through May 19th. Okay. So 45 days indoor exercise, 45-minute outdoor. If you go all out and you're at the gym 5 days a week and you're just doing all the things 100% and then you start to feel burnt out, that's okay. What you do is you take a step back and find a manageable thing. So instead of going to the gym 5 days a week, go to the gym 2 or 3 days a week and do your indoor workouts at home. There's all sorts of things on YouTube. And don't forget that not everything has to be like a HIIT workout. That's kind of where I was for a while. Everything was like, I was all in, all out HIIT workouts and just sore and just, oh my gosh, I have to do it again today and today and today. And because I love HIIT workouts. My husband loves yoga. I will do some of it, but I can't stand it. I prefer the HIIT workouts, but having the lower key exercises and things that are slower and really stretch your muscles and work on different things, those are exercises. So mix it up. But if you decide, hey, I'm doing this and I'm going all out, and 20 days in, you're like, oh gosh, I don't know how I'm going to finish, just take a step back. I would love to talk about it too. Comment on these videos and we can chat to make things a little more manageable. And I will be on here with my journey. I think we went through the books. Yeah, I think that we have everything that we are covering. So give yourself grace, give yourself what you would give other people. So when you give other people advice who are having a hard time, the hardest thing is taking that advice for yourself, at least for me. I will give advice and then I'm feeling like, oh, I guess it would be good for me to take my own advice. It's okay to start things over. And we chose to start things over because we owe it to ourselves. You owe it to yourself to try. If 75 hard is just not mentally doable right now, check out 75 soft. It's one less exercise, and it's a little bit more feasible. It just depends on where you're at. So join us in this journey. And I just look forward to starting this over. It's going to be a lot. I will definitely miss my coffee. But yeah. So grace, give yourself grace, give yourself a chance to succeed. Remember that all of these bad habits that we've put ourselves in. Oh, that reminds me. The other thing that you have to do during the 75 hard is one progress picture every day. It seems tedious, but I put pictures of day 1 and day 45 next to each other. And I mean, I saw a difference. I think I went down about 7-ish pounds in the 45 days, but I lost 2 inches in my waist, an inch in my hips, and almost 2 inches in one of my thighs, a little less in the other. So do your measurements. I'm going to be doing my measurements again, just day 1, starting everything over. But I will do my measurements once a month, and then I weigh in probably a few times a week. But we really specifically weigh in intentionally on Mondays. But I don't know. I just like to keep track of things. But don't forget that the weight's not everything. I have about 30-ish pounds to go, between 30 and 35 probably. But I want to gain muscle, and having those measurements are really, really important. So take the progress photos. That's one of the rules too. So let's go through all of them so that we're in sync. So progress picture every single day. I try to do it in the same clothing. Ladies, bra, underwear. That's what I was doing it so that I could see hips, see belly, see thighs, and really when I have those pictures next to each other, I can really look at the difference. So progress picture, no alcohol, a gallon of water a day, 45-minute indoor workout, 45-minute outdoor workout, and 10 pages of a book every day. They do have an app. It does cost money. I chose not to do it. It's helpful if you're doing this with somebody in your household too. My husband and I are doing this together because we can keep each other accountable. And for the first couple of weeks, my husband's like, "Oh, did you read?" I'm like, "Oh man," because that wasn't something I was doing every day. It was always something I wanted to do. I always thought like, "Oh, I want to be a reader again. I want to get into these things," but I didn't. So now that this has pushed me to actually do it, and we had planned to do it, that was one of my goals that I made for 2025. I wanted to read at least 8 books this year. It is February 19th, and I'm in my 3rd. I've finished 2. I started another one, and I just really wasn't enjoying it. Now remember, the books they can't really they shouldn't be fiction. The idea is that they should be nonfiction because we're working on growing our minds and growing our spirits. I'm happy to share what I plan to read too, if that's helpful. But I think that's it for today. I will continue to share things on here. And if you want to join us, please let us know. Monday, February 24th, day 1, 75 hard. We will go through May 19th and we will do this together. I I think this is the true beginning of Unstuck Mom for me. And we can talk about what kinds of things that means, but this week being an unstuck mom means getting rid of all my stuff, all my kids' stuff that I'm having to clean up. And we're going with an idea that if one of our children can make a mess in their room so big that they are in tears or super frustrated to clean it up, there's too much stuff. So we are minimalizing in every room in our house. I'll probably save the pantry for last. It seems like I'm always having to clean out the pantry. Just reorganize stuff. Things get put back and it's just a little crazy, but I need organization. And that for me is how to get unstuck to having to do all of the things and check off all of the cleaning boxes every single day. So let me know what it means to you to be an unstuck mom, and let's get on this journey together. Cheers. First start date, February 24th, this upcoming Monday. It's Wednesday. Think about it, pray over it, and I hope you all have a great day. Cheers.